Morning. My name is Desmond. I'm actually from Emmaus Evangelical Free Church, in charge of the Genesis. Genesis is actually a part of the church. It's a church business that we have. Okay, it's a bit of a big coming in full circle actually, because what is the mission at the one of the GoForth conference back in the early 2000s? There was a burden for the unreached people group back during the time of the conference. I was talking about the 1040 window, the unreached people group. And in June 2004, our church, at one of our church camp, we actually spent time to pray about what we should do about this unreached people group. And one of these people group is the ARCA ministry in China itself. After 4 years of regular short-term mission trips to an Asian country, of course, I think you will know, we decided to focus our support for the ARCA, and we started to work with a few key individuals in the ARCA community and the ministry, and give support to them regularly from 2008 onwards. What kind of support? Of course, we have the kind of mission offerings from the church, Emmaus EFC, transferring to the ministry in ARCA itself. But as you know, it's becoming more and more difficult to support the ministry just by transferring of funds. Both there's restrictions locally in those countries, as well as also in terms of our corporate and governance, community governance in Singapore itself. And furthermore, during the pandemic itself, it did not allow movement of people across borders. Because that sometimes when we have mission trips going over, of course, we can bring funds, but that all stopped within the 3 years itself. So what do we do, right? The ministry needs to continue, okay? So we have this business, we call it eGen Private Limited. We also call it known as Genesis. Genesis is our brand name as well. We actually asked ARCA Ministry to register a tea cooperative, but this was back in 2018. Interesting enough, this was actually pre-pandemic, okay? Well, this is probably the Lord's work. And this is also to allow them to have the official status in the location that they are working in, and also to fulfill us in the future. And during the pandemic, because of all the issues I mentioned just now, we started the Mid-Autumn tea hampers in 2021, right? That was the first year we did 1,500 hampers to support the ARCA Group Tea Cooperative. This enabled them to be on a path of self-sustainability for the continuous social work, impact work in the community that includes helping the students in the villages from poor families who goes to the school without breakfast, for example. We actually give them 1 egg a day. And they provide guidance to those without parental care and adult supervision as well. And also organizing the life skills, camps, and activities during the school holidays for these ARCA, these minority people group children. And also the ministry, the ARCA people also help, because most of them may not be able to speak the Putonghua. So in the hospitals, they also help the elderly ARCA to also translate and things like that. So this is the solution that we have come up with. When we do something, we also need to make sure that we need to make sure that what we're selling, for example, because this ultimately Genesis is a business for mission. Okay, we are selling the tea in Singapore itself, but we cannot be just selling tea that is not good quality. So we actually work with them. For them, says, look, you need to help us to give us the good tea. So we involve them. So they became a business as mission, right? But we do not want them to be too focused on the business as well. So we help them to get the tea over to Singapore, where, as we say that an angel of Asia, right? There's more funds here. We help them to sell it, and this is a good quality tea that you are tasting behind here. Okay. So current status, briefly, we have helped them to be on a self-sustaining. They are funding themselves now with this every pack of tea that we sold here, majority, at least 1/3 to half of the funds are going directly to them, right? That's how we transfer. So business to business transaction itself. They're also continuing the social impact work to the community, as well as we are pleased to praise God that on March we actually have the first ARCA church by them. Okay, we will see a video later. And interesting enough, we didn't ask them to do this, But the Arca ministry people actually birthed a Lahu ministry on their own, right? So the business for mission and then now business as mission for them is seen to be bearing fruits, right? We are still on an early journey, not sure how the Lord leads, but as He leads. Can we have the video? Before we play the video, due to the sensitivity of things, no recording, please. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, so that's the dedication service for this month itself, for this the first Arca church in the Zaizi, right? So that's all for me. Yeah.
Thank you.